Hello friends, welcome to my channel Manage Your Destiny Astrological Insights by Deepika Tandon. I'm doing a Zodiac sign series and today I'm making a video on Gemini. I discussed about Aries and Taurus in my previous video. In case you want to know about them and share it with your friends and family, then you can refer to the link in the description box below. Now let's begin with Gemini. So you think you know a lot about Gemini? Here's more for you. If you are a Gemini Ascendant, Gemini Moon or Gemini Sun, or if you ever observed your friends and family members with Gemini sign, then you will be able to relate with this video. In case you don't know what an ascendant sign, moon sign and sun sign is, then let me quickly explain that to you using the mind, body and soul concept. It is basic and amazingly easy to understand. Moon sign is the mind. It's your mental frame. It's your thought process. It's the way how you think and feel within. Body is the ascendant or the rising sign that you were born with. Ascendant is the zodiac sign that was rising from the east side of where you were born. Usually, we look at the rising sign to judge a person's personality and his reactive patterns in life. And sun sign denotes where your passion lies, your areas of key interest. It is your soul. So it is pretty simple. If you are a Gemini moon, then your thought process will be like of a Gemini. If you are a Gemini ascendant, then your actions will be of a Gemini. And if your sun sign is Gemini, then your passion and interest will lie in those areas that I will be discussing with you now in this video. So let's begin. The symbol of Gemini is a pair of twins. They are very talkative and social people. They want communication most of the times. Gemini want to be heard. Otherwise, they will sense this suffocating shout stuck deep within them. They like to be surrounded by people and hate doing things alone. Gemini is a positive masculine sign with an air element. They may exhibit a dual personality as Gemini is a mutable or dual sign. So they can adapt to situations easily as they have mixed qualities of cardinal as well as fixed signs. Sometimes you may find it little difficult to understand them and their needs. They are also called the chameleons of the zodiac as adaptability is their greatest strength. So they very well know how to change their opinions or behavior according to the situation diplomatically. Geminis are the seekers. They love books and music, and as they have this Mercurian energy, they can read or write a book in less amount of time. They can acquire every information possible within or beyond anyone's reach. They are just curious about life and other people. Sometimes Geminis tend to pass on information even if they were supposed to keep it a secret, as Gemini is ruled by Mercury and Mercury is fluid. Information just flows. The lordship of Mercury also makes a Gemini highly intelligent, quick-witted and playful. They have a logical thought process and mind of their own. Gemini has a conscious mind and natural wisdom, so they don't need books to acquire knowledge. Their instincts guide them throughout their life. As kids, Geminis are the most mischievous ones. Their parents may sometimes feel that they are raising two kids due to their dual nature. In fact, they are childlike throughout their life and they will talk without thinking, which may upset others, but Geminis don't intend to hurt anybody. They just want to be funny all the time. Gemini's favorable colors are green and yellow. Their lucky gemstones are emerald, agate and alexandrite. The other favorable stones are onyx, aquamarine, peridot and citrine. Their lucky number is 5. Their favorable day is Wednesday. Their favorable direction is west. No planet is considered to be exalted or debilitated in the sign of Gemini, as the north node, that is Rahu, is exalted in Ardra Nakshatra. It can be considered as exalted at few degrees in Gemini. Mercury feels comfortable and relaxed in Gemini as it is in its own sign. Gemini is the third astrological sign in the zodiac and it rules the third house in a Kalpurush Kundali. Gemini is composed of 3 nakshatras and they are the last 2 quarters of Mriksira, Adra and the first 3 quarters of Punarvasu. Many of you may not know what nakshatras are, so for now just understand that every zodiac is placed in some constellation in the sky and I will be discussing about these nakshatras someday in my later videos. Anyway, getting back to Gemini. Geminis don't like routine. They are multitaskers. They want to try different things at the same time and be perfect at each of them. But you will also observe that if they like something, then they don't mind repeating that again and again. Be it reading the same book, listening to music on loop, going to the same bar, watching the same movie again and again, or anything that you can think of. Geminis like motion. So if they are sitting in a place, you will find them rotating or moving around their seat. They can get fidgety with any object lying on the table. Try observing, it's cute. Geminis look restless and easily distracted. Sometimes the Mercurian energy makes them non-committal, and they don't do this intentionally. They are just not like those fixed signs who likes routine in life. Geminis either look younger than their age or they don't like to reveal their real age. These were the basics of Gemini. Now, if you want to understand them from a 360-degree perspective, then let's dive deep into the framework of the Gemini Ascendant horoscope, also known as Mithun Lagna Kundali. So starting with their career, Geminis can become good professors, psychologists or psychotherapists, counselors or consultant, as Jupiter rules their 10th house of career and 7th house of clients. They want to help people by their teachings. Geminis like to run their own business or their own practice. They can also become bloggers, writers, journalists, agents and mediators. Whichever profession they are in, they will try to teach others. I have seen some stand-up comedians and stage performers with this sign, or they have some connection with their Lord Mercury. Also, as Leo rules their 3rd house of communication, they will sound authoritative and can lead the plans and discussions. They like being public speakers at networking events and showcasing their ideas. Geminis are great networkers. They are actively involved in building their communities and friend circle, as Mars rules their 11th house of social circle. They usually find their clients and business through such activities. In fact, they will even talk sweetly with their competitors or people they don't like if they want to get their work done or extract some competitors' information and trade secrets. Geminis are good at winning arguments and cases, as Mars rules their 6th house of victory and 11th house of benefits. Scorpio ruling their 6th house brings them unexpected enemies along with the energy to win over them. If they try to demand and make some noise against the wrong, then that aggression will be beneficial and things will turn in their favor. But they have to face competition, opposition, court cases, debts or surgeries in life. Now, this combination also makes them workaholics and gain technical work intelligence. Geminis can be benefited from the engineering, medical or technical fields if Mars is placed well in their birth horoscope. Cancer rules their 2nd house of family, wealth and possessions, due to which they can face uncertainties in these areas. It is usually observed that Geminis go through bankruptcy at least once in their lives, as Cancer is ruled by Moon, and Moon signifies tidal waves and instability in their wealth and family domains. Usually their mother takes charge of their family. She becomes the key decision maker. The mother may save up on her wealth and possessions for the Gemini. Geminis usually share a strong and calculative bond with their mothers, and they do restrictive talking with their fathers. Their mothers can help them build multiple properties and calculatively set up the entire house. Like, she may decide which articles will be placed in which direction, or whose room will be next to the kitchen or her room or whoever's room in the house. Now, as Venus rules their 5th house of romance and hobbies along with the 12th house of expenses and losses, they become spendthrift when it comes to their love life and pleasure seeking activities. Usually they don't get easy success in their love relationships. Sometimes Geminis like to splurge and indulge in hobbies, entertainment and fun activities to enjoy life. Now, this combination of Venus can also make them spend more for their children, maybe for their education, tuitions or extracurricular activities, or maybe health, as they want to bring balance in their children's life due to the Libra energy in the 5th house of children. They either have a distant relationship with their kids, or the kids go away for any reason, like change in location due to their education or career, or to lead an independent life. It's their wish, Due to this combination of Jupiter ruling the 7th and 10th house, their marital relationship is a bit traditional and orthodox and not so hunky-dory. Sometimes they don't get the spouse as they desire. Their relationship may sail rough, as Mercury wants to flow. They want to be friendly with everyone, be flirtatious, joke around, talk endlessly. The Jupiterian energy of the spouse will consider all this as immaturity. Sometimes Geminis dodge their spouse as they like their own freedom. They like to interact while their spouse may not be as expressive. Their spouse is too practical or philosophical for them. But their spouse will always guide them towards the right direction, especially when it comes to their career. Here Saturn rules the 8th house of in-laws. So Geminis keep very formal and limited communication with their in-laws. They are very careful and image conscious. Geminis take interest in education as Mercury rules their first house of self-interest and fourth house of education. Geminis like to stay indoors or in their comfort zone, get lazy in that atmosphere and start to read books or write articles, blogs or scripts. They are keen on learning and teaching new things as Virgo rules their fourth house of basic education and Aquarius rules their ninth house of higher studies and philosophy. They like to acquire a lot of degrees with intervals and delays due to the Saturnian influence. Their learning style includes research and in-depth studies, so they usually opt for a PhD in later stage. And if not formal education, then they keep reviving their knowledge with self-study. They like to explore different religions, cultures and languages. They usually don't follow a specific religion and get attracted towards some culture other than their own. Now if we talk about their spiritual life, the 12th house is ruled by Taurus, and here the Venusian energy makes them imaginative and creative. They can sit and imagine for hours together and write some spiritual articles. They may also like to meditate. Alright friends, that was about Gemini, and always remember, two Geminis cannot behave or think the same way. Their framework and reactive tendencies may be similar, but rest of the things depend completely upon the position of all the planets in their birth horoscope and the nakshatras they are in. And to know that, you can book your session online with me to discover and understand yourself better. There's a list of services to choose from on my website www.manageyourdestiny.com. I am based in Mumbai, India, having an international client base. My consultations are available on phone, Skype, Zoom and WhatsApp video. You can also book me for an inspiring talk for podcasts, lectures and seminars worldwide on Destiny Management Through Astrology to capture your audience at your social and corporate events. In case you don't know about my coaching concept, Destiny Management Through Astrology, then you can watch my previous video, Destiny Management Through Astrology, how can it help you? So I will come up with another video on Cancer next time, followed by Leo. I hope you enjoyed my video. So hit the like button and share it. Do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get notifications of my upcoming and exciting astro-based videos. You can leave your comments in the comment box below, and you can also follow my page Manage Your Destiny on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter for my latest post updates. Bye bye for now.